Right? Yes. Welcome. And we're doing what it is to be human today. I think we've got the three of us, unless someone hops on. And I know that last week oh, wait, hold on. The delayed. I always do this. Why? Boom. Okay. I always have the delay. Do you guys hear that when that goes on?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, and last week I was celebrating my birthday. And so I had last minute said, you know what, I was going to celebrate with you guys. And then I was like, actually, I think I'm not. I think I'm going to carve out this whole day to be just me day, me time. So that's what I ended up doing after one session in the morning. I was like, I'm off. I'm clocking out. So today I want to start with Anda because Anda was just sharing some magic before I hit record. You don't have to repeat the whole thing, but the
Okay.
gist. Share the
Thank you.
gist. Share the gist.
Ah,
As
it,
times have changed, we feel the shiftings.
yes, yes. It's not even jumping at timelines. It's not even aligning. It's something beyond understanding. It's kind of the state, inner state, right? When we don't manifest anymore. We don't call in, but that inner state that I decreed I am, and then reality rearrange itself. It's just
Yeah,
one moment and everything shifts. Like actually one moment when old reality ends itself and the new comes in. And the ways, sometimes they are unimaginable, right? Maybe old version of me at some moment would really freak out and start panic on, oh, why is this happening? Oh, I'm losing something. But there is this state of consciousness at some moment that letting go and letting something in actually grows the capacity to hold more. It's quite
yeah.
hard to explain, but it's like we all know that we are one. We all know that we come from the source. But that feeling of that we are one, and not just one, I'm one with everyone around me. I am the one, but there is no more present that human ego that much. It's
Yeah, it's the
something
ego.
absolute, and it makes that frees the space for the reality actually to rearrange. It's
Yeah.
quite hard to stay just a human. As I told before, I just feel like I'm giving up. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. But I think it's more like giving up of wanting to be the ruler of my reality. Because my
Well,
human brain
yeah,
cannot actually comprehend the ways how the reality can change itself if the heart is pure, right? And this merging of feminine and masculine, healed feminine and healed masculine, is a very powerful process and very powerful moment. But we have to start here,
yeah.
right? We have to start here. So yeah, it's been quite very, very powerful 2 weeks since last we met
It's
last
been a
because
lot going on. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
everything has changed.
Hmm.
And maybe what answers I gave, I even don't remember 2 weeks ago. Today they would be completely different. And it's okay
Yeah,
because change is a natural thing, right? Only
yeah.
constant in this universe is a change.
That's it. That's the only thing you can depend on.
Yes. And if you feel that you don't change, there is something wrong.
Well, I'm Lori, what do you think?
Yeah, I've been listening to this whole thing about, well, especially over the last 2 weeks. And one thing that I've been talking about with people is the fact that people sometimes feel like this particular year, like things have gotten kind of started slower. And I know I've definitely felt that. And that, well, I just love listening to what Anda has been saying about that whole union with the divine feminine and the divine masculine and all of that and her experiences and everything. And I think a lot of times we kind of forget that there's these transcendent experiences where we're not always like in this way of thinking of ourselves as being human. Another thing I would like to say is I started drinking probiotic drinks, and we are actually heart walking colonies of bacteria. And I notice how much
Yeah.
better I feel. And I'm like, well, because I'm not just a human being, nourishing that humanness. I'm also, symbiotic with all of those good bacteria in the gut.
Good on you. The congratulations. That's wonderful. I
Yeah.
know taking care of our bodies is like a challenge, bigger challenge for some of us than others. And for me, it's been one of those things that I wasn't challenged with it at all until I got older. And then it was like, I got to think about this. I had the luxury of not worrying about any of this when I was younger. And as I've gotten older, it's like, yeah, probiotics, prebiotics, postbiotics, look at the things, all the things. It's like, okay, take creatine, take vitamin D and that K2, whatever, just a bunch of stuff. So it's like, but I'm glad to, like, that's a testimony to the fact that how long have you been doing this?
I've just been doing it like maybe the past few weeks because I saw my mom was doing it, and I'm like, well, you've been losing weight, and she used to complain about stomach issues all the time, and like that went away for her, and I'm like, well, guess I'll try it and see how it works for me. Just
Hmm.
because something worked for somebody else doesn't mean that it's going to help you or it's even going to be the right thing for you. But I'm like, okay, I'll try it. Because, like, obviously, if it had a negative effect or no effect, then there would be no reason to continue. But
But you're
I've
feeling
noticed,
it.
yeah, I've noticed that I've been feeling better. Well, first of all, like the appetite, the not overeating. And then the other thing I've noticed is like just not feeling so bloated and so like I don't know.
No,
So
that's good.
yeah, it's been
You
better
get
and
you're creating a better, healthy biome in your gut biome, you know? Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and it's affected my mood too, I think. So yeah.
great. I've now lost 35 pounds because of the supplement that I've been taking for, it hasn't even been a year. Um, I don't know, has it been 7 months like that? Which doesn't sound outrageous, except that I've done nothing else except take the supplement. I have not been exercising more or whatever, but it absolutely has something to do with metabolism and weight distribution and your appetite. There's some suppressant in it that just really helps me feel like I don't have to keep munching. That's the thing about being an American human. And I don't know if you guys have this over in Europe so much, but like over here, it's in the culture to snack, like snacks, munching extra, eating large portions. It's just like culturally what big fat Americans do. Do you guys do you guys have that?
I think it's not just America, like um I can snack if I feel if my body needs more grounding or something, but I have been taking some supplements lately, like vitamin D and stuff, but I don't feel like really. But to be honest, the work I'm doing, and I'm like so much in that energy grounding all the time. To be honest, I'm noticing that I'm eating much less than I
Yeah.
actually did before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing is, I haven't been looking like I'm just sometimes it crosses my mind. Oh, if I would become a vegan like 10 years ago, it would be more easy to actually embody those very high frequencies. That I think that is my part of struggle. But that's how body perceives the energies. It's
Well, I
like
know everybody's different because like
exactly.
some people are really not supposed to eat meat, and then other people, there's no problem with them eating meat. I don't know if this goes back to a soul contract or a belief work
I
or
don't know.
like a different like different body
Yeah,
type. I mean, I
I
don't
don't
really
know,
know.
but I think it's again, it's like everything else. If we want to pay attention to it, then let's say if you're snacking a lot, uh, that's sign for something to look into.
Mm,
Maybe uh, for somebody it would be like eating down the emotions. That's the way how like eat down emotions,
yeah,
not to feel them, right? For some, it would be like, oh, I need a proper meal after like very high energies to actually ground. It
yeah,
really depends. And I think, if you know yourself enough, you notice and it's sortable without anything. But if it helps, why not? Winter being quite
yeah,
dark and cold here in England, so I'm taking vitamin D.
yeah. Me too. It is so dreary and dark, especially today. Huge, dismal, dreary day, and it makes you feel like you want to just like eat comfort food kind of a thing. But I found this time I'm not feeling that way. I mean, everything is different. I don't know if everybody's feeling that, but I know for me,
It
everything
is.
is different. I even was looking at Saturn the other day. You know, they had the parade of planets that were all lined up on the 28th. And we had binoculars out and we were looking at, and I said to my husband, I go, what star is that? Because it was so bright. He goes, that's not a star, that's a planet. So we got out on the phone. You can go to that app that shows you all the constellations in the sky. And we
Okay.
looked and you could see Pisces, you could see Saturn. Right behind Saturn was Venus. Right next to it was Neptune. Right next to it was Venus. It was like this huge, and when I looked with the binoculars, I could see Saturn gyrating. And I was like, I know some people can see this and other people can't. They just see a solid object. And I saw it, you know, and I was like shifting. It's happening. Because if you can see the different, if you can see, like if you can sense that 5D sensing, like it's simultaneously someone else can look at the same thing and not see the same thing.
Yeah,
They're going to see
exactly.
3D. Other people are going to be 4D. Other people are going to be 5D. It's all consciousness. Like, why? I'm whispering because it's so nuts.
Mm, It's okay. Oh my God, if I would tell you all stories what I saw in my life.
I know.
It's good. Please share more. I will feel normal.
Well, so do you guys know about the Jim Carrey thing going on?
No.
Yeah, I've seen where they think he's like a different person or
Hmm.
like it was a clone of him.
Right. Yes, right.
What's going
So
on?
I see he accepted some award in France, I don't know, a week or so ago. And we saw pictures of it. And when I first saw the picture of him, I was like, that's not Jim Carrey. I mean, I could tell from the essence that's not Jim Carrey. Like, there's no way. And yeah, he'd look like just really bad plastic surgery or fillers, like too much fillers. And plus, he's old, like just, or he had some like some kind of plastic surgery on the eyes or maybe they did something here. And I don't know. it's not an improvement, whatever I mean, it's not. So I was like, that's completely antithetical to anything he was about. He was so about calling out the BS of Hollywood. He was basically like, this is um, shallow, meaningless. Does this mean anything? And he went through a huge ego death, like very publicly a few years ago, and was very much like, I am just a character. I just play Jim Carrey. I'm not actually Jim Carrey. And everybody's like, oh, he's gone crazy. And I was like, no, he's just having ego death and he's trying to figure out who he is. Like, I totally have been through a few of those myself. So I was like, I didn't think anything weird about that. When I see this picture of him, I was like, that's weird. So then I was kind of following some people that are kind of in the, woo community, I would say. And this one girl was just like, she does remote viewing. And she said, oh yeah, I totally went in and his soul, because everyone has a frequency, like a soul essence that you can just close your eyes and tune into that as the person, because we are all connected, right? Like you can just, if you wanted to just connect in with me and telepathically talk to me, you could, as long as you A, thought you could, and B, like tuned into the frequency, right? And just kind of did that. So she said, when I did that, he was actually not, he was actually on the other side. And I was like, okay. And then I was reading this other thing in a Facebook group where this girl does a lot of checking with the Akashic records and trying, consulting them to see what's going on. And they said, no, the, the person that you see is still him in the physical body, that's his body. But his consciousness has so changed and fragmented. And so then I go back, I started thinking, because when I was reading it made me remember that humans, we're not just like physical, that's not this all there is to us, right? There's like all these different bodies. Like there's the light body, the emotional body, your etheric template. The template is like layered. It's not just one, the human template. Like we have layers. So in the etheric template, my understanding is they can pull that out, and you hear people getting like etheric implants and stuff, or
Huh?
they etheric implants,
Okay, yeah.
or they can take things out or whatever, mess around with your etheric DNA, so and put it back in so that you're still the same meat suit, but your consciousness is different. And I think that's what's going on, because it's the way to explain it all actually works together. Like we're not, you look at an elephant and someone can go, no, the elephant, and they describe the tail, and you're like, no, and they describe the tusk, and you're like, you're describing the same animal. You're looking at this side and you're looking at the front side, right? And I think that's kind of what everyone's describing, the one vantage point that they're looking at the situation with. But actually, it's very multi-layered. There's a lot to it, and it depends on your consciousness as to what you will see. If your consciousness is strictly 3D, you're just going to see a man who got cosmetic surgery and is getting older, and that's it. You're going to say there's nothing going on here. But with the more expanded consciousness, just like I said, I saw that Saturn, I started putting it together. I was like, I'm starting to see, because this what 5D is seeing truth. We can see truth when have that more 4D, 5D consciousness. You don't have to just take things face value. You see through the reality of things, to the greater truth, which
Yes.
includes the thing that everyone's seeing, but there's just more. So that's why some people, when they say all the planets, I had read about this a long time ago, all the planets, including Earth, are not solid objects floating around in space. They're energetic, you know, imagine energy ball, like energy mass, massive energy with waves. And like if you can see that, because it's both, it's all of it. It just depends on your consciousness, what you are seeing and how you interpret things. Isn't that fascinating?
It is. It is. Oh my God, I love
Yeah.
it.
So
When you
like
see,
inviting
like,
everyone to like,
say, you see through, what comes in my mind is like, you really can see through. And you can see through even before it happens. You already know because you
yes,
just have that access to the field of infinite knowledge. You become a knowledge. And then when somebody is trying to tell you that it's raining, but you already know that they are trying to pee in your eyes, you just know it and you have umbrella ready, like it's it's amazing. And you just say that. I was like, yes, okay.
mhm,
If that's your perception, let it be your truth.
yes.
Right? Because where is that edge? Where is the truth? Where is no truth? Where is the common sense? Tell me, where is the point where common sense ends?
Well, that's the thing. Common sense in and of itself makes no sense as a saying because
Exactly. Exactly.
what's common sense to me might sound ridiculous to you and vice versa, right? So I've
Exactly. That's what
always,
I'm
that's why I
saying.
hate politics. I'm like, they always say it's just common sense, kitchen table issues. I'm like, no, no. I mean, stop saying it.
I don't have
It's
kitchen
just,
table.
and you know what? At dinners, not when we sit around and talk about kitchen table issues. I don't know who does that, but they keep saying that. And I'm like, stop saying that. It sounds like 1970s. It's like old. It's very old and tired. And it depends on what's common sense for you. So it's so subjective, it means nothing. It's stupid to say. It's a waste of breath. Like actually say your point of view and let people on board with you or not. But when we're talking about the same things and we're seeing different ways of looking at the same thing, I am seeing a shift. I mean, there's definitely a shift in like we're seeing even different things though now.
Oh yeah.
So, and people are, like you said, Lori, people were saying that he's a clone. Like, think about has there ever been a time in history when we would have even, anybody who says the word clone sounds like they've lost their minds. And yet I read, you can scroll in comments everywhere, all over, there's a lot of people who think that. And they're just saying it outright. They act like that's just the thing. And it's so wild. And I mean, I'm not arguing about what's going on. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I'm perceiving and what I see other people perceiving. And it's interesting because we're all seeing what we al- tuned into, what we're aligned with.
Yeah. What we are able to see.
Hmm.
Exactly what we are aligned to see.
What's that saying when you have the eyes to see? There's this saying about like it's kind of like it's along the same lines of like when the student's ready, the teacher appears.
Yeah.
If you have the eyes to see this thing, then you will. If you don't have those eyes, then you won't. And it's not that it's wrong or bad or good, it's just how it is. So, where are you guys going in like this following week? I mean, the whole world is shifting. So, what's shifting for you, Lori?
I would say the biggest shift for me has been in my business and how I talk about my business. And that has been like just really me looking at everything that I'm doing and not just continuing to do things as they are, but just like really, I renamed my offers. I actually went into Stripe and gave them different names because it wasn't
Awesome.
working. It wasn't working the way that I was doing it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm trying to be clear with other people about what these offers are, but maybe I'm just not. And then after like doing all these branding master classes, going to a pitch party, getting some coaching, I'm like, okay, even though it's like, oh, be consistent and use the same names or whatever, like I'll just be honest with myself, this isn't working. And I just renamed them like I think a few days ago because I'm like, no, I need to be more clear about what I'm offering to people, and I need to like let the name of the offer reflect that so that I don't have to do so much trying to explain what's in there and like why you should buy and why it's for you and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
I see that with names
naming,
big time, right? It tells people they think they know what you're doing when they read the name, but they're thinking of it through their filter, not yours.
yeah, yeah. So it was renaming. So my formerly networking accountability group is now called Grow Your Audience, because that's what you do when you join this membership. You grow your audience. It has like all of the steps to grow on social media and to network and do collaboration. So it's very, strategy and accountability and all that. And then
Yeah.
for one-to-one for those, experienced entrepreneurs who, they have clients, they love their clients, they love their work, but they hate putting themselves out there and they're just burnt out on the social media and the visibility and the showing up. I have a one-to-one that's called the visibility reset because they're like, oh, that's what I need. Like they know all this stuff. They just don't want to do it anymore, but they know they need to like get new people into the world. So that's the visibility reset, which makes more sense than what
What
I
was
was.
it called before?
It was actually called Grow Your Audience before, and I'm cringing. It's not about growing your audience. It's about resetting and stop doing it in a way that's burning you out and start doing it in a way that
So maybe
energizes.
you're getting more clear. It sounds like you're getting more clear on how this works for other people. So you're trying to just match it up for them to get more clear. I love that. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
And it wasn't like one person or one like I went through this whole process talking to like a lot of different people. So it's not like, oh, it was just this one coach or just this one event where I
Yeah.
pitched my offer or something. It was just like, okay,
It's been coming.
it's been coming because it's been okay, like what's not working here. So
Yeah, I love that.
the renaming was I
It's
kind of
just a good time. It's a good
I
time to
used to
rename. We just came out of the eclipse portal, so now it's momentum towards a new direction. So even though it
yeah
sounds like the same offer, you're just renaming it and reworking how you present it.
Yeah, reworking how I present it because both of these offers, they're really needed, but if I don't talk about them in a way that makes sense, people don't want them unless they realize,
Right.
aha, that's me, and this fixes a problem for me, and this will make my life better and help me get what I want. So it's not the clarity isn't so much for me, it's for the other people that I'm presenting it to.
Yes, that's what they always say, clear over clever. What about you, Amanda? What are you doing now?
I just was thinking like about how to answer this. You know what? Because literally today, old life exited, new life came in. I still have clients to take care of, and I will keep my side of the contract for sure. And that's what I love to do completely. But I will go with the flow because suddenly one of the projects that I have been cuddling in my heart that came as a download, it was like a seed, like a sparkle there for a long time, is coming through, even with my active actions. So if you think that you need to manifest something by taking actions, only action I did was I spoke it out loud. I
I think
woke
that's
up
huge. I think that's
and I
actually really
woke
huge.
up today.
Yeah.
It's happening. So, and it happens that as I told before, reality really rearranged. What the old was exited to free my space that I can do things what I must do for this project. And
Yeah.
also another project, which I just like, oh, this one, because there is this is coming through as well. So, you know what? I'm going with the flow. Okay?
It's
Because
exciting.
I know that my mind is so strong that I could stop the flow,
Mm,
right?
yes.
I'm a mental projector. So I'm just like stepping back, but I'm present, if it
Yeah.
makes sense, and just allowing what comes and what is ready to go, I'm allowing to go. But basically, if something asks for my presence and my presence, if it just means I need to talk, doesn't matter. I will talk. So that's how I will do
Like
next
I'm
week.
gonna go where I want and I'm gonna do what I want. And if I want to talk, I'm gonna talk.
Yes.
I think today's the International Day of the Woman.
No, it's 8th of the March.
Oh, it's the 8th of March. That's so
Oh,
it's next week.
today is 5th, so for 6. Oh, it's Sunday. I could get the flowers.
Sunday. It's Sunday.
Ah,
Yeah. I
you
think we should celebrate the three of us being powerful women that,
yes,
thinking about how you want to really change, embrace the shift. But like I do think you said something super interesting that I think everyone needs to practice, right? Speak what you want into existence. Now is the time. Speak it.
exactly.
Speak it. It's because the filter, everything is different. And if you've got the eyes to see it, you'll see things shifting in really in your favor in what you want.
Exactly. But to be honest, I feel a little bit tired, okay? Because, and this is the human side. This is really human side. Because yes, I'm excited, I'm sharing. This is possible. Why I'm sharing? Because I want to tell this is possible. Just speak into existence. But the work I put into myself
Yeah.
to actually be in this space that it is happening this way,
Yes.
it's like I have 20 plus years in a esoterical work every single day.
Yeah.
Awareness, awakening, all those activations. Yeah, and it's
Well, we
like,
had things to shed. There's people coming in now that don't have any of that. They come in with clean, zero karma. There's nothing going on. They're
yes,
fully available. But
yes,
for
but
those of us
no
who've been
one
around for a while, we have
in the
to,
near future, and I mean near future, couple of 100,000 years, karma will not be deleted from the earth. And even if they are coming clear in, we are creating this what you give out, you get back.
but it's instant, you
Well,
see.
if you are there,
Yeah.
okay,
So if it's instant,
I
then
wish, yeah,
then every
I
day you get to
wish that all
restart
those
new.
kids who are coming in, as you describe, would have a parents supportive, but still, by the early ages, right, when identity is created, it's very big impact from the parents.
Yeah.
I'm really, really wishing that all of them would stay so clean and pure. I really, really wish. So, but yeah, we still had to do the work, and I did my work, and it's not always been very easy.
I know. I do
Yeah,
know. I do know.
exactly.
All of
But
us have been through, those
yeah,
those things
and
that have,
sometimes it feels, oh, I did this work already. But sometimes I like, people just in conversations like, oh, I did this work already for 10 years. I did this work already for 15 years. And then this and this and this. Yes, me too.
yeah.
Okay.
No, but now that
And
it's here, see, I think some people have to
we have to
readjust how
do it.
yeah,
Yes.
you got to do it
ex-
again. You got to do this
Yeah.
time it's different because the other times people were looking at a lot of things outside of them to explain things. And now it's completely, everyone needs to look in to explain all the things. Like everything starts
But
in
a
you
lot of
and
people still
projects
are
out.
looking outside.
I know. I mean, they're not going to be the ones that see this big shift.
Yeah, like
They're
I
going to think
say,
things are getting worse. They're not
everyone
going to think things
has
are
to
getting better.
change. Everyone has to change themselves, starting
Yeah.
from inside. Like,
Yes.
as I say, you know my favorite saying, right? There is no magical unicorn who will come and fart the sprinkles on you and suddenly everything will change. No, that's how I felt today. And
Yes. Yes.
that's how
I
I
love that.
felt.
That should be a tagline.
Yeah, that's my
There's
favorite
no
saying.
unicorn going to come fart sprinkles on.
Like, and everything changes. But that's how it felt today. And I enjoyed that moment. But
Mm-hmm.
I actually have to take credit for myself to making a decision every single day that I'm working on myself. Doesn't matter if it takes, I'm crying, it's painful, it hurts, and just
Yeah.
awareness what it is, right? So, okay, I could talk about it for ages.
Well, I'm glad that we did at least touch on it, And Lori, good job, like looking at that's part of looking at yourself is looking at what you're putting out there and getting more clear for your own self to like what people are how they're interpreting things. I mean, we don't like on one hand, I get where it's like, well, it's none of your business how you interpret me. But on the other hand, if I can make it easier for people to interpret me, to work with me, then that is kind of my business, like I'd want it to be clear enough. So like I was saying, I got so excited because I think it was before we hit record, right? And I was talking about all this and I get this message about being referred. Being referred is like in my human design is my number one, is literally how I get most of my clients is referrals. Like, yep, we're just clicking along, just having everything work out instead of second guessing it and being like, oh, I need to be in control. Like you said, and I don't need to be in control. I just get to be in the flow, kick back and go, okay, I'm available. Bring it to me who would benefit from me, who I would benefit from, and let's all work together. So I appreciate you guys coming on today and kind of talking about it again. If you're watching this and you want to be up here on the stage with us and talking about what it is to be human, please join the Soulmate Structure Facebook group. I'll put everything below, including links to meet with Anda and Lori and myself if you guys want to have private conversations with us,
Yeah,
right?
I'm always
And
open to conversation.
yes, always open for the conversation.